going to ask him about the services provided by IBM in transforming automotive industry. Hi sir, welcome to BW Business World.
Hey, hi Pratesh. Thanks to pleasure to be here.
So we have recently observed that automotive industry is transforming very rapidly, and due to digitalization, these automotive industry and OEMs component these are in high demand. So what is your take on this, and how is IBM helping in growing automotive industry, right?
Okay, so I'm sure you would be aware. Oh, you will be aware. Okay, so you would be aware the pace at which the auto world is changing. I mean, what changes we are seeing in the last 5 years is way more than what has happened in the last 5 decades. Okay, and from a complete mechanical and a combustion engine product, it has now moved to a software-defined vehicle. That's the term what we call today. Okay, in fact, majority of the components being manufactured, the services being provided, even right from the sourcing part, are now software driven. So that is where we see a paradigm shift in the approach OEMs and auto component manufacturers are currently partnering with, and companies like IBM are playing the role of not just the technology solution providers, but also as a system integrator. Okay, we have a whole ecosystem wherein we have your device partners, your networking partners, the platform builders, and then the integrators that bring all of these into the ecosystem. Of course, we have the OEMs and the auto component manufacturers, the tertiary players as well, who are part of it. So yeah, in a nutshell, I would say, I mean, it is now very pertinent to say that it's a software-driven product, and that's why we call the term software-driven vehicle.
Clearly, we can see that EV and these powertrain fuels brings a lot of demand from service provider like IBM. So, how do you see differentiate demand in compared to EV and these flex fuel engines based car? Yeah.
Okay, so it depends upon market to market. Overall, globally, what we are seeing is definitely EV is one of the major movement or adoption, I would say, where the world is moving towards, and it's like a disruptive technology which will overtake your combustion engines for sure. But the pace at which the change and the overall replacement would take place is very distant. Adoption in developing markets like India is pretty fast. Again, what we feel is by 2030, okay, hybrid electric vehicles and electric vehicles would form a bulk of the vehicles that are being sold. But that doesn't mean the end of the road for combustion engines. Okay, they are going to be here, stay here, and we'll see a slow yet a complete move, at least in 2 decades from now. That is what our observation is.
Mr. Sankalp, we have observed that in a long run, logistics are basically the challenge, and where ICE dominant is still there. And we are not able to see the visible market for EV in logistics industry. With your experience, and you are providing service to the companies, what's your take on this?
So by logistics, you means the heavy trucks and the right. Again, so it all depends upon the maturity model and the cost of operation. Okay. Currently, people are ready to shell out a portion extra, given the benefits that they perceive. Okay, in terms of not just sustainable products, but also in terms of the cost of operation. Okay, this gap is reducing. The gap of I would say the ownership cost is reducing between ICE as well as your electric vehicles. Once this matures and settles down in the passenger segment, we are very sure that this is going to expand into the other forms, and definitely logistics industry. And I won't use the term logistics. The heavy trucks, heavy duty vehicles are eventually going to, and that is why I use the term disruptive technology. They are eventually going to fall in line. Of course, it will be first be the two-wheeler segment, followed by the four-wheeler in the passenger segment, then the smaller commercial vehicles, and then followed by large commercial vehicles. The technology will evolve, it will mature, and same is the adoption and the consumer sentiments along with it. A typical journey, what happens is you would have seen this for many other products as well when this disruptive approach comes in, and yeah, that's why I quote it or I give a timeline of 2 decades from now where we'll see a complete replacement, or rather a majority of products being either hybrid or complete electric vehicle.
Already established player in the market who can afford these service by the giant company and MNCs. What about those who are young entrepreneur and who are trying to be in the industry and trying to get the best service to provide the best in the market?
So anything which is new, nascent, I won't say new, but technology is ever evolving, okay, right? So nobody is new, or it's all about how innovative product or solution you bring to the table, how differentiating is your services, how differentiating is your solution, and how well is it aligned to the consumer sentiments. So be it small or big, we are seeing globally where a lot of entrepreneurs, small companies that are bringing with unique solutions, and the larger players are either trying to replicate it or they are trying to merge or acquire. A lot of merger and acquisition also happening, I'm sure you guys would be aware. So I see huge scope for even young entrepreneurs, young new organizations, startups to change the whole landscape of this.
So let me ask you directly, how IBM is affordable for the new entrepreneurs in the market who are trying to become one of the unicorn in the country, who are trying to emerging in the country,
So,
right?
see, we are not a direct competitor, I would say. I mean, we are a facilitator to the automotive industry. I mean, we are the technology provider, and we play the role of system integrator. And in terms of, for us, big or small, a client is a client. IBM believes in being essential to our clients, and there is no differentiation between what the size or the turnover of an organization is. We promote innovation, we encourage innovation and innovative products. So as a partner, and as I said, this whole ecosystem of the changing landscape in the automotive industry is more of a partnership model going ahead. Okay, there is no single player that can play all the moves on a board. So we are seeing this. So yeah, be it big or small, we are there to support your innovation and help organizations move towards their digital transformation journey.
So thank you for talking with us, and this was Mr. Sankalp at PW Autoworld.